is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, welcome you all to part 6 of the Elder Scrolls Online High Isle Collector's Edition on the Xbox Series X. And we are not quite where we were at the end of the last part, but I haven't done anything, people. I've spent a really long time running around, is what I've done. And I've never been so lost in all my life, people. Honestly, I cannot find where we originally arrived in this location. And all I was trying to do, I actually started recording a part, exactly where we were at the end of the last part. And I've spent the best part of half an hour running around trying to find out how the hell I worked my way around this world. All I wanted to do was go back and finish the bow quest, which is up in the top right, talk to Milanith, and finish that quest off. Just teleport back, come back and do something else. Couldn't figure it out for the life of me. Ended up on a boat that took me somewhere else. That it was just like, what is happening? Anyway, as I was wandering around still, I have figured out how to open... Basically, I figured this out after a long period of time. You can just shift to the Tamriel map and jump to anywhere. So, one of these will be where... Well, that's where we are. And one of them will be where we want to go back to for that quest, although it doesn't actually tell me at the moment. So we do have a quick way of teleporting to areas, which is something that completely passed me by for half an hour. It doesn't, however, seem to tell me where that quest is, or I haven't noticed where it's telling me it is. I can't remember where we were, waypoint-wise, or way shrine-wise, whatever it's called. So we'll come back to that in a second. However, one of the quests we have got is to investigate Laeloria. Somewhere. There it is. Investigate Leiloria, Eyes of Azura. And as I was running, I've just discovered it. It's right here. It popped up on the screen. So I thought this is a perfect place to undo, just delete everything I recorded, and we'll start from here. Leiloria. What was it? Eyes of Azura. So let's see where this takes us. But I'm honest to God, I have never been more confused running around in a game as I am in this one. The map makes no sense to me half the time. I don't know where... There's nothing on the map that seems to make any sense as to where I've been or... want to go back to. Hello, fuck me. Thought they were just friendly little monkey things, but they're like actual little... Oh, I don't know what they are. Little miniature bloody mage type things. A Banekin, they're called. Oh wow, what's this?
Approach.
Oh, hello. Right, something just told me to approach. Well, Iron Helm, I'm gonna not bother. I'm already... Well, we've got 60 out of 70 in our inventory. Mind you, sell to a merchant for 66 gold. Might as well take it, actually. Follow the shiny lights. Investigate the Azura Shrine.
Mortal, you stand above the sealed ruins of Leiloria. Within is a gateway to Cold Harbor, where my priestess, Culanwe, suffers at the hands of Molag Ball. Her pain is so great, it has torn a hole between worlds. This injustice must end.
Well, something tells me I'm going to have to fight Molag Bal or something. What are you?
I am the Daedric Prince of Dawn and Dusk, the Mother of the Rose, who sealed Leiloria away from your world. I am Azura, mortal, and I would put an end to Culanwe's long suffering beneath its gates below.
And why do you need me?
When Vistari found these ruins and sought to end Culanwe's torment, she failed and was lost. Go to Vistari's tower, follow her footsteps, and mortal, do not fail as she did.
And who is Vastari?
A powerful wizard who built the tower behind you. She studied Leiloria for years, always patient, until finally she found a way through. But despite her preparations, Molag Bal's servants overwhelmed her companions. She was forever lost.
If you sealed Leiloria, why not open it for her?
Leiloria is the mouth of a bottle that floats through Cold Harbor. My seal is the cork. Should I release the seal, Molag Bal's servants will pour into Leiloria until they have nowhere else to go but here. Vistari found a way to slip past the seal, as must you.
Who is Culanwe?
Culanwe was the most beloved of my servants. Her voice bent the world to her will, yet she used her power for selfless works until she was taken to Cold Harbor. Molag Bal made her song of pain last millennia, but in his distraction, you will recover her.
What can you tell me about Vistari?
A powerful wizard who built the tower behind.
Yes, we've already done that part, thank you. Right, let's crack on. Right, can you call your minions off while I'm trying to help you out? What about that? How are we doing for experience points? Yeah, not far past level 12, are we? I really could have done with a shop to dump some stuff right enough. Daily reward. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Not done this yet. Instant woodworking research. Reduces each in-progress woodworking researcher timer by 1 day. If research timer has less than 1 day remaining, it will be completed. Seems reasonable. I mean, I've not even gone back and sorted out my bloody stash or anything yet. This is no wonder I'm bloody struggling for... It's like, what the fuck? Is it Vistaria? I mean, this is what a few of the reasons I wanted to go back was just to finish off some of the basics, so that I had a bloody home and somewhere to do me shit, store me stuffs, finish off me bow quest, and I feel like I've not started the game properly. It's basically what's happening at the minute. Ceremonial sword. This battle-scarred blade has clearly seen better days. As you examine it, the faint taste of copper fills your mouth and it's gone. Loriasal Tablet Entry 4. Irrai is amicable enough, if cryptic. It was hours before she seemed to comprehend any language but Old Afield and Daedric Pidgin. Or Pigeon. When she finally spoke, she did so with eloquence and surprisingly cheerful curiosity. According to Irrai, she once served Culanwe. She claims the seal upon Leiloria was best placed by Azura herself. I assume we've got several other pieces of this to find then, if that was part 4. Thought I was going to be able to take that gem there for a second. Apples? No, it's alright, thanks. Star metal. An ingredient for crafting in Redguard style. There's one there. Volume 1. Right, come on now, I'm not reading that. Clothing increased to 3 though, thank you. Oh, it wasn't the thing, that's why. It was just a book. I thought I'd picked up the actual quest item, but I had not, people. Destruction staff increased to 2. So it's well worth reading these books, isn't it, when you find them. Skill gained. Destruction staff. Laeloria tablet entry 1. Progress. The tablet was worth the journey of Laeloria. Like many of their relics, the Aelids masked the tablet's secrets with illusory wards and destructive traps to make the slightest divination an exercise in mortal danger. Lesser concern for myself, of course. The true transcription reads as follows. Yes, okay, yeah. That. Yeah, so I am really enjoying the game, just if you feel like I'm moaning. I'm only moaning because I feel like I've missed some very basic stuff at the beginning and I got randomly teleported here just to find some bloody wood or some maple to do that bow quest. Strange mirror. You nearly lose yourself in the mirror's depths. Whoa, okay, let's not fuss around with that too much then. This quest, I love this quest stuff though. Made it nice and interesting to do these quests, which is quite cool. Discovery and eeriness and mystery, people. Entry 2. My translation of the Laeloria tablet is woefully inelegant, but I believe it says the following. Speak the life treaty of Irrai before the blessed stone. Call the Daedric herald who was cast down. Accept the shadow of Irrai. Truth and not truth come as water within many waters. The word Irrai appears twice in the script. I find no reference to this word in any of my books regarding the Aelid language. It seems to be a name, but of what? Indeed. Oh, hello. Tablet. The spidery script upon the tablet seems to flicker when you don't look at it directly. I think I'm supposed to say, Irrai! Oh, hello. Irrai, goodbye. The tablet pulses with power. Oh, hello.
Here again.
Oh.
I mean, yes, mortal.
I need to speak to Irrai then, do I?
Greetings, outsider. As the will of my prince is eternal, I heed your call.
Who is your prince?
Azura. You know of Azura, don't you?
Aye.
Irrai the Fleet, she named me. But that was long ago. This shriveled vessel is but a shadow of my former glory. My wings ache to soar the skies of oblivion once more.
I'm looking for a way into Leiloria. Can't say it. Leiloria.
Vistari pierced the seal with a relic known as the Twilit Heart. It still stands before the gates of Leiloria, bereft of magical energies. You'll need to feed its souls, and with all these Daedra about, you'll have your pick.
How would I do that?
The wizard Vistari kept quite the stock of Sigil geodes, which I suppose should do. There are still some around. I can smell them from here.
Do you remember Vistari?
Of was the last to summon me. Together we opened the ruins of Leiloria. She ventured in with her noble companions. I watched them die in a flood of Daedra. It was all I could do to escape and seal the ruin. Vistaria's final command.
And why are you helping me?
Ignoring the fact that my prince's unbreakable will compels me to open the way to Leiloria, despite the unspeakably bloody terror to greet you on the other side.
Yes, despite that.
You could be Molag Bal himself for all I know. I'd still help you open the door, Lord of Brutality or not. You aren't him, are you?
Lie. I am, and I'm very disappointed in you. Of course not.
Good, good. I'd expect the Harvester of Souls to be taller.
Why would you help Molag Bal?
Try waiting in a rock until someone calls your name. Then watch them reduce to a smear of viscera the moment you do what they've asked you to do. You try to find joy where you can. The joy of aiding another, of course.
Goodbye. Okay. Hey, she's coming with me.
The Sigil geodes. A little dusty, but they'll do.
What? It seems to be water. Is that what she's talking about? Obtain a Sigil geode. No, that's better. Sigil geode.
Quite simple to use. Point it at the Daedra you want to absorb, and the Sigil geode does the rest.
We need to go down the stairs. However, we can have a little look while we're up here, I suppose. Oh no, that's going outside, Steve. What are you doing? It's a balcony. We're going to end up back at this mirror that was giving off spooky vibrations. Giving off spooky vibrations. Doo 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 ba doo ba doo doo doo. Hey, you're welcome. Dudes, come on now. A maple lightning staff, a glyph of shock, and a Daedra husk. Is this a way shrine? Yeah, well, it's an Azura shrine. Can I teleport to it? Doesn't seem to suggest that I can, does it? I'm concerned about my inventory, people. Do I need to speak to Irrai again?
A pretty stone, yes.
Alright.
But it will remain dull as an old torture puppet until you filled it with Daedric soul.
How do I fill the sigil?
Point it at any Daedra and concentrate. Your target will be mesmerized by its faceted glow until the hapless fool is drawn into the stone. And take care with your aim.
Will it work upon any Daedra?
Yes, but only the least of them. It won't work on a Daedric prince if that's what you're thinking.
Will it work on you?
It might work, but if you tried, who would help you open Leiloria? The impertinence.
So, do I just point at any of these badges then or not? Yeah, it seems like a non-Daedra type. Well, use a sigil stone, there we go. you got to get them down to a bit of less health, I think. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Clanfair leather strapping. Rawhide army cops. Straps and husk. Right, we're going to be in trouble here with our inventory people. We're going to have to teleport, or I'm going to have to dump stuff. It's one or the other. Charge low. There you go. So does that mean I need to do it again to get it higher, or no? I don't know. So you have to get their health low enough to kill them with it effectively. From what I can gather. Don't know how I've not run out of room yet.
A pretty stone, yes? But it will remain dull as an old torture puppet.
Yeah, I've still got to keep killing others, I think. Complete charge moderate. Completed. There we go. Use the sigil on the Twilit heart, wherever that is. Seems to be down this way anyway. Why did I know that was going to happen, eh? Yeah. Can't pick up any more stuffs, people. We need a vendor.
The Twilit heart thirsts for souls! And if I twist just so... The power! I'd forgotten how it feels! Follow, outsider. Come see my prince's glory.
Use the sigil geode on the Twilit heart. Find Culanwe. Yeah, I mean, I suppose in the grand scheme of gold it's not a huge amount, but I'd rather not dump it and I'd rather sell it. But I don't know if I can teleport back here, is my problem. There doesn't seem to be a teleport. Well, there's one there. I suppose we could run back. It's finding a bloody vendor though, because I can't. I'm unable. I've been unable to find the place where it all began, where I started. I'm pretty sure I didn't find a vendor there. Well, this is Gratwood. That's Haven. That Haven place, I went in it and I got slaughtered. Everyone started killing me in there. I have no idea why. It's like, what the fuck? Investigate Alkosh's return to the sunrise. That's Rimmen, Way Shrine. I can't remember the name of the place we were in. Daven's Watch. Solitude Docks. Not sure where that is. Daggerfell. I'm terrible, aren't I? I can't even remember where we started, people. Shimmerine Way Shrine. I don't know why I've got so many way shrines either, for that matter. Yeah, that must be where I went out by mistake on a boat. I wonder if it's Rimmen then. That's way back. Let's do a little bit of travelling. We'll have to come back here because I can't pick anything else up. Northern Elsewhere. No, that's not right. I shouldn't be here. Rimmen discovered. So it must give you the way shrines for the other areas that are on the DLCs. However, if I could find a shop here, that would be fine. There's some people over here that look shop-like. Yeah, see, there's my... Ah, you can travel from there, look. Travelling dude. It's just... I like towns where you can travel to them and there's just loads of shops in front of you. Where are they? What about these people here? Bet this is the guild traders. I knew it was going to be guild traders, which are no use to me at the moment. I don't know how to use them. Aha. Here we go. That's normal people. Who's this dude here? Cornelius Congonius.
Trust me on this, traveler.
Right, I'm going to sell you a helm. Oh, that's all it'll let me sell him. Still don't know what to do with all of these, and they're taking up a fair bit of room. A maple shield. Could do with looking at those actually compared to what we've got on. Restoration staff can go. Pact breaker can go. It's decent, but I'm not going to use it as a bow person, am I? Iron cuirass of stamina can go. Iron dagger of flame can go. A rawhide helm of health. Yeah, we took that off because we've now got the cool one from the quest. Girdle can probably go, I think. Increased experience gain from kills by 7%. It's worth it's worth wearing just to get the extra XP in it, I suppose. Increases this item's armor value by 13%. Steadfast metal belt. Iron maul can go. Well, it's got us down, but we've still only got 12 slots free of 70. And this is why I need moustache, people. Because like, I don't know what to do with all of these enchanting things either. They all seem to be taking up a slot apiece. Well, at least we know where to come and do a bit more investigating. There was other stuff to do up here. Could have looked at what they've got to sell right enough, which I didn't do. Didn't look at what he had. That would determine whether or not there's a... Well, she's an alchemist. Oh, there's Millenith there.
Look for rough maple in forested areas.
I have it.
You should avoid cutting a rough maple
Nice.
log with a wasp nest inside. It's rather unpleasant. So are the lotions you'll need for the stings.
What's my next step?
Bring the rough maple to a woodworking station. As long as you have enough, you can refine it into sanded maple. Return to me when you've done that, and we'll talk about crafting a maple bow.
Is there anywhere else I can get sanded maple?
If you're in a guild, check the guild stores. They often have raw materials and refined goods for sale. Of course, you can always trade with a friend.
So we need a crafting station. That's a cooking. Here we go. Nice. Well, that's kind of answered a confusion that I had, because I kept trying to go back.
And refine it into sanded.
I kept trying to go back to the original area, but she seems to be in a lot of these locations if you find these crafting locations, which is probably why it teleported me to some weird island, telling me that's where my quest was, which you won't have seen because I've got rid of that particular recording. You were right, it was easy.
I prefer to work with maple. It's reliable, plentiful, rarely full of wasps.
I have the sanded maple. What to do next?
Craft a maple bow at a woodworking station. You'll need sanded maple, also a style material. Scavenge them yourself or buy a style material from a carpenter.
I think we've picked one up.
Every race has a traditional material.
I think we had bone and we also had something we picked up recently. Star metal or something, was it? So there's maple bow. Well, there's a style of bone. Yeah, so we've got a bone style. Apart from I've lost it now. How many of these things is there, for feck's sake? Jesus Christ, there's a lot of them, people. Ah, maybe I've not got enough of them. That's Redguard Star Metal, there you go. I need to learn it to unlock it. So that's fine. And we don't have any traits that I know of anyway. Oh blimey, I can make a level... I can make up to a level 12. That's quite cool, isn't it? Requires 8 sanded maple. Yeah, because I can make the one higher, but I won't be able to wear it. Why did I just make a level 10? By mistake. What a plum. Anyway, we've done it. Wouldn't have won anyway. It wouldn't have been as good as the one we've got on anyway. Hey.
Craft a maple bow.
I have it here.
A good bow will get you far in life. Making good bows will get you farther.
My father? What's he got to do with it? I'm ready for the next step.
Excellent. Now we can talk about deconstruction. You grow as a woodworker when you disassemble your own creations, even more so with someone else's work. Head to a woodworking station and deconstruct your bow, or any other crafted wood.
Marvellous.
I've seen everything I need to see. You're a fine woodworker with a steady hand.
I'm ready to be certified as a woodworker.
Certainly. You're more than qualified to fulfill woodworking crafting writs. I'll certify you immediately.
Nice.
There's only one more certification I can provide. If you need training, I have time.
Okay. Tell me more about blacksmith certification. That's heavy armours and stuff though, isn't it? Because we've done clothing, which is the one that we do. That we need, sorry. So I think I'll leave that for now. Because I don't think we need it. No, blacksmithing is weapons actually, is it? Now that I think about it. It might be both. Might be blacksmith. It might be weapons and heavy armour. But we're not bothered about it just now, I don't think. And we're not using daggers and stuff anywho. Yeah, that Steadfast belt can go because I'm going to keep the other one, aren't I? Yeah, those shoulders are a bit better than the rawhide arm cops that we've got on. So we've got a belt and shoulders we can get rid of. Who the fuck did I talk to the first time? Right.
The Khajiits haggle over.
That begs the question as to whether or not I can just do a house anywhere or an inn anywhere as well, actually, now that I think about it. Also, can I get rid of those by reading them? I seem to have things that I could read there, and I can't think where I would... Saying that something in skills has changed. Destruction staff, yeah. It was literally telling me I had those orange things that I can sell that guy, but I can't. Must be in here, surely. Not seeing them though. Highly confused. Oh, is it slottable items? Is that what it was? Yeah, it is, yeah. Instant woodworking. Yeah, there we go. So I can learn these. I think. You can only have one consumable experience increase buff. Oh, right. They're buffs, which means I've just wasted something that lasts for like an hour or something. Never mind. Right, okay. Onward. I still don't know what I'm doing. Let's keep going. So that's put our inventory on what? 57. Because we've still got a quest, I think, to say talk to the innkeeper. Talk to Glaris. Talk to Enthoras. Rare imports. That's the large delegate, which we still haven't finished. That that from the very beginning. Room to spare, there you go. Talk to Felande demarie in Ganfollen Bay. I mean, if we're on that, where does it tell me to go? Ganfollen Bay. Okay guys, so I've been travelling around a fair bit, which I'll have lopped out of this video, so I'll have smelted it together and arrived. I've basically teleported back to where we were doing our Eyes of Azura quest, find Culanwe. So we can come back to this. However, it was frustrating me beyond belief that I couldn't find my way back to where we started. I couldn't find High Isle on this map. And after much googling around, I found a map of Tamriel, and it's here. This is it here. But it's so covered in stuff that I couldn't see how to get back to it. And you can see here that I've just ended up dropping onto a little highlight point there that lets me go back to High Hollow Hold. And that will take us back to High Isle. And that is what I've been looking for to go back. And it's only 71 to go back. And I've spent about 700 gold travelling around this bloody map trying to recognise places I might have been. Which I'll have lopped out of the video by this point. But it was so frustrating. But if anyone has the same problem, you can't zoom in far enough to... Oh, hang on. You can actually go deeper in here then. So can I teleport from this section? Ah, okay, there we go. So if anyone else has the same problem, but that's kind of gone back. If you highlight onto here, because I can't get back to it now. If you hold down the right trigger to zoom, it only goes so far, and then it stops if you keep tapping it. But if you hold it down, it'll pop like that. And then that's us in High Isle and Aminos. And this is where we began the journey. And that's Ganfallen Square that we need to go back to. So that's what we're going to do before we do anything else. Because I want to try and sort out this inn that we are attempting to sort out. So we've got some stash. Try to remember where we are. So we need to come back to the Elden Root Temple, and then we can head to our quest from there. Right, so there you go. Anyone who's been having trouble with the map,
Would in honor of you, Irrai,
that is
you have taught us.
basically how I'm getting my head around it now. So this is utterly confusing. Get to the place where you think you want to go. I mean, this doesn't even tell me. It just says choose I mean, I can't see anything that says to do with High Isle there. It's got trial of this, trial of that. Anyway, zoom in again. Just hold it down, hold that trigger down till it pops, and then there you go. And that's Glenfallen Bay, or it should be.
The songs you sang to us.
That's High Hallow Hold, actually.
To the other creatures of the wood.
I don't think we have. I mean, there's loads of it. We haven't covered any of that yet. Because that woman told us to go off to find bloody Maple. Let's do this. Back to the beginning. Going back to our roots, yeah. Right. Getting my head around it. I mean, that could not be more confusing. Like... Okay, so we should now... Let's get back to the... And we've still got other quests in here to do. Large delegate, which we haven't finished. So... Room to spare, there you go. And hallelujah, there it is. So, let's get room to spare out the way. See if they give us a stash. Ancient Anchor Inn.
I hear these knights are robbing people and looting caravans. Someone ought to do something.
A godful maid went upon the lea to where sunny flowers.
For
she loved the sun and she loved the green, and she danced merrily beside the wood.
Talk to Felande demarie.
Beside the wood.
Are they upstairs then? Yeah. So I think what we'll do is we'll get this quest done with the room. We'll dive back and we'll finish the quest that we were on with, just so that we can see it through, because it was quite interesting, that quest, to be fair. And then I think we're going to come back to High Isle and do a bit of High Isle again. Felande demarie.
About you.
Thank you.
Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn? Actually, wait, that came out wrong.
A room at the local inn?
Look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement. And not the sort of arrangement that involves a few drinks. Let me be clear about that.
What sort of arrangement?
I need someone to improve the reputation of my properties. A hero type who people look up to. And I have a feeling about you. You've done something great and are probably on the way to do something greater.
I think you're right.
Seems like we can help each other here.
I'm interested. What's the details?
Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Here's the deed and key to the room. Took me a while, but I finally was able to take them back from the last tenant. Required more time in the sewers than I had hoped for, but hey, that's business.
Nice. Ancient Anchor Berth and Anthology of Abodes available for acquisition. Can I take all of this, I take it?
Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with the neighbors. If you do, remember death threats are not the way to go. Had a spot of trouble when my last tenant started sending those out.
Anything else I should keep in mind?
Nope, just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place. Hopefully you'll end up with a few less Daedric shrines than another former tenant of mine. Like 0. 0's a good number.
Of course. I don't even worship Daedra.
Oh, what a relief. I can't tell you how hard it is to wash bloodstains off of cobble floors. But that's not even the worst of it. I've had tenants cram their rooms with the wildest things. Mounts, foliage, assistants. I mean, it's an in-room.
Do you own the place?
I own this and several other properties throughout Tamriel. It pays to diversify. Of course, that means I've got to look out for a variety of troubles, too. But hey, no one ever said the real estate business was easy.
Fare ye well. Ah, here we go.
Be found.
Ancient Anchor Berth. This is the one. Well, so much for getting a right housing editor. Here we go. Moving and placing objects. I don't have any objects. Browse. Mounts, non-combat pets. Right. Well, that's not giving me a stash, is it? Ah, purchase. Here we go. Workshop, Undercroft, sweet. This seems to be... I feel like this is me spending real money in some of this stuff. Those crown things. I seem to have 500 crowns at the moment. I'm not seeing anything that does... Player... Oh, Christ almighty. This is confusing as well. All I want is a bed and a box to put me stuff in, people. It's not much to ask, is it? Look how much... I mean, there's hundreds of things to go through in these menus. Retrieve. Settings. Primary residence. I can't make it my primary residence for some reason. Maybe it's because it already is. I don't know. High Isle Lantern table. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to have a look through this off camera because you guys could be here for fucking ages when we try to figure this out. That's pets. And this all seems to be proper purchasing with proper money as well. Unless I'm misunderstanding something. Can do a search right enough. Storage chests that are 2,000 that I can't afford. Solitude chest of drawers. That can't be right. I can't have to buy a chest of 2,000 surely to... This small house item. Furnishing. Sweet trunks. Nord chest latched. Standard house item. I don't know what the difference is between... I mean, they're definite storage chests. Multiple homes and always accessed the same personal storage space, unlike a bank storage. Items in this chest do not appear at crafting stations. Also available for purchase from... It's a bit annoying that they don't appear at crafting stations, though. Right, I have no idea what to do. I mean, the very fact you buy these presumably will let you put something in them, but it doesn't seem to say storage, does it? So this whole excursion has been for no purpose whatsoever, because I still don't know what the fuck to do about storage in a house. I don't particularly want to waste any crowns on something that won't let me store anything. Oh, there we go. Maximum 99 storage. So it does store stuff, yeah. And you can purchase for other people. So I guess the higher you go, the more it stores. It would be nice if it told you that information on the right hand side rather than having to go into it. Yeah, they all seem to be 99 then, these ones, I think, irrelevant of what they look like. Seems to be. And you can call it what you like. Oh, it's not max 99. That's how many you can buy. It's just telling me that it's max. The max amount you can buy is 99. So I'm misreading that completely. Yeah, it's just a fucking ornament. I can't do anything with it. So, for whatever reason, you need 2,000 bloody crowns in order to have a storage chest, which is just bollocks, isn't it? So that was all for now.
Knights are robbing people and looting caravans. Someone ought to do something.
I mean, I assume you can probably get some of this stuff on quests and what have you, but as for now, it didn't help us at all getting a room because there's nothing in it.
I hope to be on the prow, standing tall, spitting in the face.
So one of the first things that should try and get you is some sort of... I mean, I know Skyrim doesn't give you a storage place straight away, but you know, you can actually find somewhere to store stuff quite early in that game if you're clever enough about it. Investigate the lighthouse. This was a local one as well, I think. Investigate the lighthouse, investigate the shallows, investigate the inn. Of knights and knaves. Although the large delegate confront Talonil. I can't even remember what where we got to with this. This is confront Tanalin and confront Olganosh outside the city walls. I've still not figured out how to sort steeds out. Why did they make everything with a great big fucking mountain in the middle? You got to run all the way around. I bet I can use a steed and I've just not figured it out. Because we definitely got a horse at one point. There's housing. Ancient Anchor Berth, there's our home. There you go, mounts. Yeah, see, we've got one there. But I don't know what link in chat means. What does that even mean? It's never... I don't recall anything ever telling me how to call a mount. So I'm highly confused as to what that's all about as well. Allies, mementos, tools. Doesn't seem to be anything there that lets me call a mount. Yeah, see, this quest is definitely one that was meant to get us investigating this area before we were thrown off.
I believe you drank our entire stock.
Me? Where's your proof? Just because I woke up in a pile of bottles doesn't mean I'm guilty.
Before we were sent off to go find Maple in a whole other distant land. It confused the shite out of me. Because in fact, I hadn't even realised, much as though we'd gone to a different area, I didn't even realise we'd left High Isle. I mean, why on earth a quest for High Isle would send you immediately to another... off of High Isle? It just makes no sense to me. It is beautiful though, isn't it? I feel like I'm going to have to end up there. Ooh. Hello. This could be bad. Yeah, it's quite good, the old power attack, isn't it? Don't use it enough. Doesn't use stamina either. Doesn't seem to, anyway. Steadfast manor. No idea how long this episode is now, because it's going to be heavily edited for all the fecking around I was doing trying to find my way around this world. I'm going to kill a rabbit. Good day, sir. Dog at the end of the bed. Up the stairs. Up the stairs we goes.
Oh, she must have taken ill after dinner last night. Is that a note by the bed?
Oh, that's the guy from the quest who was with us. Healer Janelle's notes. Patient, female, high elf, age unknown, Tanilin and Aldemiri, an Aldemiri Dominion diplomat. Condition, intoxicated incidental poisoning. It seems this foolish woman was encouraged to drink a great deal of rot meth last night. Despite never having tried it before, she will likely be miserably ill for a few days. If her condition worsens, crush a mammoth ear leaf and dab a few drops of juice on her lips. I saw several plants on the grounds, but I am told they are not to be cut without Lord Baccaro's permission. The juice is a purgative and will bring up the rot meth along with everything else. Healer Janelle.
Look for a mammoth ear plant in the woods near the manor. We need to wake her up.
For fuck's sake, really? Go here, do that. Mind you, it's possible we've picked one up already.
I don't see Lord Baccaro here, so I am sure he wouldn't mind if we borrowed the leaf from one of you.
Alright, he's saying borrowed the leaf from one of his something or others.
I don't see Lord Baccaro here, so I am sure he wouldn't mind if we borrowed the leaf from one of his plants, but I don't know if I would recognize a mammoth ear. Unless it was attached to a mammoth. Perhaps you could look?
Get a mammoth ear, talk to Olganosh. So we've got two things to do as it happens. Well, that's get a mammoth ear, that one. So hopefully it's just pointing us. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Well, aptly named, I'll give it that.
Crush the leaf and give her the juice. If she wakes up, we can tell her about her share of the... It worked! She's awake! I was a little worried that she might be dead.
Surely death would be more preferable to... this. Still, I thank you for waking me. I was having the most horrific dreams. Who are you again?
I'm Laeloria, and I'm helping Rigott. What happened last night?
In the spirit of cultural bridge building, I joined Olga Nash and Rigott for dinner. A routine exchange, but Rigott ordered food and drinks all night long. Why? What's going on?
All night long. The innkeeper says that no one paid the bill.
Oh, I'm afraid I have no idea if I paid or not. I don't even remember leaving the inn. It's entirely possible that I forgot to contribute toward the bill in my condition. What in the world did I have to drink?
The healer's note said you drank a rot meth, a lot of it.
Oh my goodness, that's disgusting. No wonder I got sick. I promise I'll return to the inn and settle up soon. Now, if you'll excuse me, all of a sudden, I'm not feeling so good.
You don't look so good. Oh. Oh.
Diplomatic success.
Vomit.
Goodness, we were able to help her recover from this unforeseen illness.
So that leaves Olganash. Who, of course, is bloody miles away. A water hyacinth. Why not? Quite literally just put the two quests on either side of the damn island on purpose. The old stamina's lasting a while though, isn't it now? Wow, sunflowers much? Well, alright, we'll go down here. Could do with finding more way shrines for getting around the place. Aren't we back to the beginning again? If you kill livestock owned by a citizen and the crime is witnessed, you will receive a bounty. Well, I didn't have any intention of killing anything. Well, I've now lost the Alganash icon on the... Oh no, there he is. It's turned into a white arrow. It's below, apparently.
Can you help me? There's been a terrible mistake. I'm with the Daggerfall Covenant diplomatic mission, but this guard doesn't believe me. I'm not what he thinks I am.
I'm here with Rigert the Brash. Can you tell me what happened?
Rigert? He got me into this mess. Last night after dinner, we were talking about our favorite places in Hrothgar. He disappeared into the back and returned with a bag. He said something about getting a dessert for me.
What happened next?
I left. On my way home, this guard stopped me. I told him what I thought about that, so he frisked me. It turns out the bag was filled with skooma. I didn't know, I swear. Can you talk to Sergeant Dubertus? I've got diplomatic immunity.
You'd better talk to the guard. Olganash won't be able to pay his share of the tab if he's in prison.
I'm sure Olganash spun you a sad tale. Criminals will say just about anything to avoid going to prison. He even told me he was a diplomat. Hope he's got a better story for the city magistrate.
I believe this is all a mistake. Olganash really is a diplomat.
If I had a gold coin for every criminal who tells me he's got friends in high places, I'd be a wealthy man. Word of warning, Mainlander. Make false statements to an officer of the law, and you'll be in front of the magistrate too.
There must be some way to straighten this out.
I'll free Olganash if we catch the criminal who refined the moon sugar. There's a smuggler named Burjak Catalan who hangs around the Ancient Anchor. We're sure he deals in skooma, but we haven't been able to prove it. He's the criminal I really want.
How can I help?
Follow Burjak Catalan and find where he keeps his contraband. I'll need you to bring me proof he's got skooma. We've tried to arrest him before, only to come up empty-handed. I saw Burjack in Gonfalon Square earlier. If you're in, start there.
You are very clever, friend. Just find Burjack Catalon's ill-gotten booty, and I'll get my scepter back. It's simple.
Okay. Is it, though? Find Burjack Catalan. Right, I think what we'll do is I'm gonna stop it. We're gonna continue this quest in the next part. I feel like this episode's probably going to be quite long already. I'm smelting 2 recordings together. I need to edit it all out, but I don't know right enough. It'll probably end up being an hour and 20, an hour and a half, but long enough anyway, people. So I think we'll wrap it up there for that part. Oh, a little birdhouse up there. It's quite cool, isn't it? I am slowly but surely getting my head around this game, but it is so massive, and there's a lot of things that it's not kind of sharing with you openly, so you've just got to try and figure it out yourself. I mean, that stuff with the map was just ridiculous. It took me ages to figure that out. Not to mention about 500 gold teleporting all over the bloody land. I mean, it is an amazing game, don't get me wrong, but it's not held my hand enough, I don't think. And certainly, like, shooting you off to other locations on a quest that's meant to be for the very beginning just seemed really bizarre, unless I've done something really stupid and ended up there. But that's where it seemed to be telling me to go, to get that bloody maple, because that just led me on a merry dance. That should have been doing all this stuff first. I mean, well, what are we now? Probably about 6 hours in. I should have been doing all this in the first bloody 2 hours. Anyway, enough moaning. I did enjoy it. I am still enjoying it, to be fair. I'm just moaning about stuff, people, as I do. Well, there you go, folks. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you once again in the Elder Scrolls Online High Isle, and I shall catch you in the next one, folks. Take it easy. Bye.